Hi everybody, my name is SnakeEyesBP1980 on the PlayStation 4 system, but we are not on the PlayStation 4 system. Today we are cooking chip dip. And the whole thing is we're going to use the full block of cheese of this. What we're going to do is, it really doesn't matter what type of refried beans you're going to use, but I'm going to go with fat-free refried beans. You could probably buy this at Kroger's, but my point of view on this is that you guys can probably choose one can, two cans. It's up to you. This is a good sized can here, so it looks like it may be for 2 cans. We also are going to put in salsa to also help with this nacho chips. Basically, the reason why we're putting salsa with it is because due to the fact that it helps make it a little bit smoother to be able to dip into it. With the block of cheese is going to make it much stiffer. So putting these two together will probably be able to work together with each other. And especially with this being like a paste or whatever, it might be able to help this out to make it a lot more smoother to be able to work with. Now, you guys can do whatever you want to, but I'm going to throw in a fire roasted diced tomatoes so that you guys can actually see that we can actually put in a lot of stuff. Is that we're going to open these cans here, these 2 cans, and then we're going to try to slowly put, well, I'm going to go ahead and put this in now so it can actually be working on that. So be right back. So I got the heat going on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this whole thing in. Hopefully it will work the way I'm hoping it will. But while that is being processing right now, I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting these cans open so it can get worked on. So and then this can get open too, and then I can go from there. So once I get the cheese melted, we'll be right, you guys can come right back and see what's going to happen next. So what I already did was I put this fiery roasted tomatoes already into the bowl. Even though the cheese is not melted yet, we are still working on getting it to melt. But we don't want the cheese to burn on the bottom side of this, so we're going to try to move this cheese around a little bit more. But we're going to go ahead and throw this, rinse this out and throw it into the recycle. So what I did was basically I increased the heat a little bit more so that you could see that it's bubbling underneath. But I'm going to go ahead and start putting some of this salsa stuff inside here, so that it can help probably move get the moisture of the cheese somewhat down. I mean, get it melted as much as possible. So we're going to go ahead and throw this in here. And then we're going to rinse this out and we're going to put this off to the side for now. And then we're going to keep cooking this until we can get that cheese to melt. And then we're going to put the refried beans in and we're going to cook it all together. At this moment in time, we've gotten the cheese down by some, but we're still having big humongous chunks still sitting around in there. So we're still waiting to getting this to be melted down by some. So we are still in the progress of getting this somewhat taken care of. There's other, you can also throw in, if you want to, some taco seasoning into this, if you want to. But first, we still need to get the cheese, all the cheese melted out, so that we can actually get this to work. So, still working on getting that cheese melted. So, as soon as it gets done melted, we can come back and you can see where it's at from that on. Until then, we actually still need to work on trying to get this cheese to get melted down. Again, this might take maybe less than a half an hour if you do it right. But as you can see, the cheese is still trying to fight back or whatever. But until then, hopefully you do be able to come back and see what's going to happen next. So here we go. Since now we had got it melted down, we had to turn down the temperature by some so that it can stay a little on the warm side, so you can or hot side, whatever you want to do it. I turned it down to medium. So we're going to throw this refried beans inside this thing here. So here we go. So, as much as we actually tried to get that can cleaned out, we're going to go ahead and mix all this together and see how far we're going to go. Until then, come right back and see what's going to happen next. Right now it's starting to look pretty good, and we're actually starting to get to that point where it's actually nice and running. If you want to consider that being running or whatever. I know that I grabbed the wrong pan, because you might want to have enough room to work with, but as with what I just did was I mixed a lot of this together, and this is pretty much good for chip dipping, because the way the thickness of this is, and how, you know, clumpy it could be. Here, I'll get you to see the holes or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and grab a lot, and you can see underneath it, there is no, it's just dripping from the sides or whatever. It's not dripping from underneath it, which means the holes are actually, this dip is going to actually stay solid, so that we can actually, you know, put a chip in it and then have it. Now, you guys can have it in two separate forms of this chip dip. You can have it hot or you can have it cold. And my preference is that you want it to be at like room temperature chip dip. So basically, this is good for that bowl game that's going to be coming up on you know, on February the 5th, I think. This time it's in 2017, excuse me, is there's a bowl game on the 2017, February the 5th, football game. So, I want you guys to know that if you guys want to make a chip dip like so, you want to probably make sure that it is really good and tasty. So we're going to go ahead and turn the heat off on this like so, and basically we're going to pull this over to the side so that we can actually get it off the heat. So as much as possible, we're going to move it over here. So basically now we actually pulled it off the heater, and I actually recanned my own my version of chip dip back into the container that I said previously we want to put it back in, put some of this stuff back into the container, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Even though This rest of it, we're going to put it in a different container, and we're going to probably see what we can do to, you know, get it prepared for the bowl game. So, anyways, but I want to try to test this out first. Any type of chip, you can have a chip dip in anything, and basically it will work. And give me a moment. Now, I don't normally do this, but I do this. JJ, come here. Sometimes my dog likes chips. But anyways, we're not going to go any further than that. But he enjoys chips somehow. We're going to go ahead and take a nice, hefty. Look at that. Oh, I love that. That's a nice chip dip. Look at this. It's very solid on its own accord, and it does not drip. It's kind of, that's a chip dip. So here we go. That's pretty much basically what I do for cooking. I make weird creations. This was pretty good. But you may want to add a little seasoning to it if you want to, especially taco seasoning or taco sauce or whatever. You want to add some of that, you can, but you want to do it like after the fact that you've already got it off the heat. Go ahead and put some of that stuff in and stir it real good. Right now, this stuff here is pretty good. I like how this is working out, and that's pretty much it. It's easy steps. It didn't actually take that long. It took me probably about maybe 15 minutes or so just to doing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys come back next time and see what I'm going to cook next. But don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like my channel. Give me a thumbs down. I know some people don't like cooking, but who knows? You might be able to, you know, enjoy some of your own cooking in the future. Now, basically, just have a little fun cooking. Make your own little creations like I just did. This is really interesting. So, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time on my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell that's like right next to it, like way down there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys come back and see me next time. Until then, bye for now.